This is Andy Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Gareth A Davies here in the beautiful, what was sunny, now the sun's going down. Poland. Gareth, it's always a pleasure. How are you finding your time out here?
Oh, I came this morning, a very early start. It's been an amazing day. Brilliant to have the pleasure of interviewing a lot of Ukrainian people today and finding out what a national hero, obviously he is a national hero, sporting hero, but he's bigger than that, Alexander Usyk, for the people of Ukraine. And it's phenomenal to be able to meet some of the people and speak to them, see him in the ring, performing all his tricks, the dancing, the juggling, the skipping, you know, celebrating with the fans, but also seeing Daniel Dubois in there, letting his hands go, showing that he's going to get in close. He wants to get in close on the night and go to the body and make it a close range fight. I hope so, because I think it's a 6-round fight for Daniel Dubois. But it's great to be here. I've never covered a fight in Poland before. Haven't been out here. It's a great atmosphere. It's a brilliant city. I'm learning to say it properly. Wrocław.
You're getting closer than me because I've asked about 10 different people and they've all given me 10 different answers. So, but it's not, and here we are. Hopefully. Just looking at this fight, obviously a lot of people have somewhat written Daniel off before he's had a chance to step between the ropes and look across to Alexander. It's a tall ask, but how do you rate his chances? You've just said there it's a 6-round fight in your opinion for him.
Yeah, I think he's got to take it to Alexander Usyk. He's got to be very aggressive, educated pressure. We had Don Charles in a Talk Sport for an hour on Saturday night. He was really formidable in the way he was talking about it. He's convinced that nearly got knocked over by 4 seats there as they dismantle the ring here in this beautiful old historic square. They've got to have educated pressure, not let the cats get into a rhythm, and bully him and put him on the back foot if he can. We know that Daniel Dubois has got amazing power. We've heard it's whether he can hold it together mentally and physically and make it a difficult night for Usyk. If he lets Usyk get into a rhythm, I think Usyk will do similar things to things he's done to Anthony Joshua. I think Usyk is a big favourite. I think that as well. He's so elusive. 24 rounds with Anthony Joshua, and Joshua never really hurt him. And I think he's just a very awkward guy when you're in there. He just knows his way around every inch of it. That's what we saw today when he dances and he does all those extraordinary things with his feet, the Cossack dance, the wild, out of control, in control dance that he does with strength and conditioning guys. So, yeah, it's great to be. It's always a big occasion when there's 3 world heavyweight titles on the line. Mr. Purewal, 3 world heavyweight titles, 43,000 people, outside stadium, Ukrainian people celebrating with their national heroes just outside their country that's at war with Russia. It's a big story. It's a big story.
If Daniel Dubois pulled it off, how big of an upset would you see this as in terms of the history of the sport?
As big as Andy Ruiz beating Anthony Joshua, as big as Tyson Fury beating Vladimir Klitschko, as big as the 2 defeats that Lennox Lewis faced, as big as even as big as Buster Douglas against Mike Tyson back in Tokyo in 1990. God, you probably weren't even born, were you? Yeah, you weren't born. They were staggering nights that shocked you, and it does happen in the heavyweight division. But he's really got to believe it's all in those 6 inches from here to here, or 10 inches with the size of his head. He's a huge man. I could see some of the Ukrainian fans looking at him today going, God, he is a big, very powerful, muscular, confident man. He looked confident in there today, didn't he? He looked like he was enjoying it. And that's what Don Charles has said. I'm making him enjoy this. And that's what's key for Daniel Dubois. Yes, it'll be a massive upset if he does it, but he's got to go in there thinking this is a win-win for him, a massive opportunity. It may not knock again if he loses this for another 2 years. He'll come again. There's no question he'll come again. So he's got to take it with both hands. And really, I mean, imagine if he wins. I mean, imagine the apple cart that's disturbed in the heavyweight division. You know, it's great to be here to witness one of these occasions.
Gareth, just away from that, and we mentioned Anthony Joshua earlier on. I don't suppose you've heard any more on a potential fight with Deontay Wilder, because after the Birmingham show, he said 70-30 to me.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Eddie a couple of days before you did, had him on my own, had a long time with him. I get the impression they're probably waiting to see what happens in this one, I think, before they make a decision. I've seen skills challenge people here. I suspect if Daniel Dubois wins, they might take a different route. Because then, I don't know if there's a rematch. No, it's not. It's a mandatory. So, you know, you'd expect Daniel Dubois probably to face, if he can, to face Tyson Fury next. After, well, Fury wins against Ngannou, obviously on October 28th in the Riyadh season, opening the Riyadh season. I'm ambivalent. I have mixed feelings about it. One day I think, yeah, they'll definitely do it and they're up for it. But I wasn't very convinced by Joshua's answers after his kind of highlight reel knockout of Robert Helenius. So they always play it fairly cagey. Eddie's always very optimistic, but I think they'll wait another week.
I know we're going to wrap this up very shortly, but obviously yesterday we saw a manic press conference between KSI and Tommy Fury. I want to get your thoughts on what we saw from that.
Well, it was, like you say, it was pandemonium, wasn't it? It's not boxing, it's crossover. It's where WWE meets white-collar boxing. John Fury's apologised today for his language, hasn't he? You know, he let himself go yesterday. It did massive numbers, I hear. Went all around the world. Was it staged? We don't really know. No one got slapped, no one got hit, no one got thrown off the stage, but a big cake version of Dylan Dennis got splattered, didn't it? Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
No, it was quite amusing, but it was there was a moment where it looked like it was going to really explode. WWE, you don't have loads of security guys like that; they just go at it. It's, you know, if it happened when the two heavyweight champions were doing it, if it had happened here today or happens tomorrow, I don't think it would reflect well on the mainstream element of the sport. But I think it's a different milieu, it's a different pathway, a different lineage. It's misfits for a reason. So, you know, I kind of appreciate John Fury apologising today, but, you know, I think he just gets wound up by the Paul brothers, and he gets wound up by KSI, and they know they can wind John up. I don't want to say it was a bit of fun, but it was. No one got hurt, no one got thrown off the stage, but we do have to be careful with that. And I think it'll be a massive event. I really do think it'll be one of the biggest pay-per-view events of the year. Why not? When you put all those people together on that stage, Dylan Dennis, Arch Troll, KSI and Logan Paul, Jake Paul aligned with it, Tommy Fury, big Fury family stuff. Conor McGregor, at home with the Furies at the moment, top of the Netflix, Tommy's on it, John's on it. You've got 100 million eyeballs on all of that. It's probably going to do the record pay-per-view numbers this year. So, you know, you can see what they're doing. Numbers, clickbait, selling a fight, drama, pandemonium. That's what I made of it.
Well, Gareth, we said 5 minutes and we've done 5 minutes. I'm leaving now to obviously crack on with the rest of your media duties. I say media duties, what you were willing to do with people. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Back on part 2 tomorrow with me and Purewal.